Afternoon, everyone, and this is Pre-Market Prep at the close. I'm Spencer. That's Joel. Joel, we've got a case of the Monday, second or third week in a row. What I want to know is how does today compare to last Monday?
Wow, what was last Monday? Holy mackerel. I can't even remember. What happened last Monday?
It was the same story, different day.
Well, I have a new indicator that I want to share with you
What
guys.
do you got?
The triple D taking a day off indicator. Okay?
Okay.
When he took that week off, when he went
Yep.
to Jamaica,
Yep.
the markets went crazy. He takes one day off today, and the markets
Yeah.
go crazy. So next time he takes a day off, we gotta be sure to be on our toes for market movements.
Yeah.
But
So he was out the week of, I remember it. It was the week of, oh no, was it March 2nd or March 9th? But that was a March 2nd. That was
it
the week.
was March 2nd. Yep,
Right. It was that week. And that was the week that everything hit the fan.
yep, yep. I think that was my last week that I was in the office. But anyways, no one cares about that. We're trading down 67 handles at 33.8475. The chop at the open was tough. It looked like you're thinking, okay, they're going to take this thing back to unchanged. And it took 15 minutes, a half hour. And then finally, about after 45 minutes, it started to break down. Oh, here, going over to this chart here. You see, it just hung up here like this, kind of a little bit of a tease, and then we fell out of bed. Made a low 33.56. That was way below my daily numbers, and now we're rebounding back, trying to get into the 3,400 handle at the close. Crude in the red by a buck 31 here at 38.54. Man, if this thing gets up near 41.42 again and I don't short it, then I'm just done. Look how many times you've gone up. Actually, last time it had a hard time getting into the 41 handle. Perhaps heading for 37 over the next couple days. Gold in the red by 60 cents at 1904.60. Getting sick of this around 1900. Look at that consolidation. Silver in the red by 25 and a half cents at 24.42. And Bitcoin doing the old 13,000 tango, up $45, now 35 or 13,005. Spencer, do you
Yeah.
want to start with the stock that we missed this morning?
Actually, I want to start with Dennis real fast. Don't worry. He tweeted at 3:11 that the afternoon shift is here. So don't worry. Buy the dip. Have
I
faith.
yeah, there's a dip for him to buy here.
Oh,
He just got home and I said, "Hey, can you come on?" And he said he was doing his afternoon prep. So if he
I
gets
bet.
a chance, he
He
might
wasn't
sneak
even
in.
out for a full day, and this is what happens.
But you know what? It doesn't bother him because he doesn't care about that so much about this intraday action. He probably didn't have the overnight positions on
Right.
that, to trade out of, this morning. But what he likes is, picking up the pennies after the close. And there should be a lot of inefficiencies in the market today. Sure, a lot of people are stuck on positions. There was a lot of news. We got a lot of big earnings reports. He was thinking about buying Apple into the report on Thursday. So a lot of different things. But
Yeah.
let's go. I think the culprit today, I mean, a lot of people are going to blame it on, the 60 minutes version. A lot of people are going to blame it on COVID, but I'm going to blame it on SAP. I'm going to blame a lot of it. What happened today on SAP?
Yeah,
What do
and
you think?
we didn't cover this morning. It was out overnight because the trade's actively overseas in Europe. So, and we don't typically cover uh, European stocks. We do a little bit, but they're active. The S&P that we have in the U.S. is an ADR, so it's more the primary market is overseas. So we don't cover those too much. SAP, I'm sure everyone saw it. Like I said, it was out. It was out overnight, right? So the news was out. It's been out for a while. It was out. It was old news by the time we started our show. And they had to lower their guidance. They lower their guidance for the fiscal year, and they're one of the largest tech companies in the world, right? And so that kind of set the tone for tech today. And Joy, you think that everything just kind of followed that?
I kind of think so because you talk about tech and you talk about and this one I looked at. I mean, it has a valuation. It's not like a Zoom valuation, or
Right.
it's not something that crazy, but it's higher. I mean, I look at the book value on this. I mean, the stock definitely had some froth in it, especially since it hit 90 in March, went up and made a new all-time high. And the reason I put it, we talked about it in the pre-market prep stock of the day, is you had no chance on that one. The news was out even before 4 a.m.
Mhm.
So, if you took an odd lot, if you took home 100 shares, which, overnight traders do, maybe part of a basket or a spread or something. I mean, you woke up, you were down 35 points. You're down $3,500.
Yep.
I mean, what can you do? Right. So, um, uh, what are you going to do? I mean, that's the markets. If you're trying to buy the dip in this one, maybe wait, wait for the dust to settle here. You can see the price action today. But that's one thing about just you got to keep in the back of your mind when you trade in these ADRs is
Yeah.
that they're going to get the news. They're going to get the news before you, and the price discovery is going to happen before you get a chance to wink.
And I think one of the things that one of the reasons that maybe I didn't necessarily think to bring this up this morning is because how often have we seen a gigantic, like with the exception of the banks, maybe how often have we seen a gigantic German company or European company really impact
Yeah.
U.S. markets? It doesn't typically happen, right? We see it in China, where China can lead us for the day up or down. We see it with the banks, European banks, but we haven't really seen this sort of thing happen with regards to technology companies overseas. It's banks or it's healthcare in the case of a vaccine. But yeah, SAP, and the fact that they blamed it wholeheartedly on the pandemic and stay-at-home measures, combined with the rising new case count, probably created a perfect storm here. Also, maybe it's just a case of the Mondays, right? I mentioned at the top, this is I think the third week in a row that we've sold off on a Monday. I don't know if I looked briefly.
We
Make
should
sure
have
that's right.
played. We would get in trouble, but the old Boomtown Rats song. Remember that? I don't like Mondays.
No, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Spencer.
I mean, maybe if you played it, I know it. But all right, so it's not the third week in a row we start off on a Monday. But
Someone in the chat better help me out on this. The
I mean,
old
if
Boomtown
if
Rats.
you pull up a daily chart of SPY, though, my point was the most recent high came on the 12th, right? And ever since then, it's been
Mondays and Fridays. I'll go
yeah,
with you on that. I'll go to the SPY here so it doesn't mess up my chart. But Mondays and Fridays are big days. And then, when the market was ripping higher, you close on the high on Friday, you take it out Sunday night, you open up 35 handles, you chop around, maybe be in the same place, you go to sleep, you wake up, next day you're up 35 handles, the same thing. Friday, I was maybe looking for us to close on the lows, ended up having a pretty good day. But you did get the Monday, Fridays and Mondays. I think if you do historical price action, that's when you get some of your biggest moves because things happen over the weekend. News events happen over the weekend. And then Friday, people are like, hey, do I really want to go long, home long all that stock or short all that stock over the weekend? So different factors, but good call on the Monday. And I like to throw Friday in there too. And then chop around. I mean, this is a big week too, with the election coming up next week.
okay. So based on what happened last week and what happened today, do you think that we're just gonna hang around? So on SPY, call it 340. On the S&Ps, call it 3,400.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I wish I knew. I wish I had my crystal ball under my desk. It's a little bit rusty after not shorting last night or getting a good short off the open. I'll just base it on Monday's low or today's low. We're 20 points off that. We hold that. Look at the S&Ps. You didn't quite. I was looking for a little bit more. On the dailies, you had a pair of lows. I really had nothing in this area. And I was like, May 34.30, 34, 33.30 and a half. That was your low on the 6th. 33.32 and a quarter was low on the 7th. So undercut even that low at 52. I think that would be your big area to determine. And now, when you sell off this hard, now sellers are coming down, right? So they're gonna, tonight, there's gonna be offers, either people that got stuff during the day or people that are trying to, establish shorts positions.
Yeah. All right, I want to go to the chat here. There are some tickers that were mentioned this morning. We didn't get a chance to discuss. AMD.
What
AMD.
happened with AMD?
What happened with AMD? I mean, it's trading with the rest of tech, although it has earnings, I believe, tomorrow.
Having a good day. It's only down 15 cents. What are you talking about?
All right, hold on. AMD, yeah, AMD reports tomorrow afternoon. I stand corrected. Okay. Why is AMD up relative to the market? Maybe because they have earnings tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. Wow. This thing traded 85.
They also caught a price target raise from Susquehanna.
Oh, okay. All right. So that was it. The old price target raise. People use that, sold into it. Tough day. Tough day for it. Spencer, do we have anybody else here on this call?
Whoa. Good call, Joel. Didn't even notice. I did not even notice. Let's bring him on right now. Dennis Dick, are you here?
What's up? I'm back.
You cannot take any more time off. What are you doing?
No more time off for me.
You are fired.
No time off. I leave for 1 day. 1 day, and this is what you guys do to the market. Come on.
We screwed everything up.
Nobody's going to provide liquidity except me. I'm the only liquidity provider out there. I had one scheduled day off, and they took advantage of it.
Let me see if there's any liquidity
I'm back
provider.
now. Orders going out here momentarily.
So we buying the dip?
We're always buying. We're buying dips and selling rips. That's how we make our living.
This was
buying
a little bit
dips and selling rips.
So did you get flat Friday night, or did you not trade Friday night?
Yeah, no, I was no positions Friday night. Didn't trade. So I took off Friday at lunchtime. Had a nice little getaway there for the anniversary weekend. We rented an RV, went to Sandbanks on Lake Ontario, spent a couple nights there, and then started looking at the markets. And then I had to get home fast. I was like, we got to get back. We're 5 hours away.
Screw the anniversary. I got to get home.
We got to get home. We're cutting it early. Sorry, this is it. We got to get home. I got to hit this close. So I'm back. Orders are going in. Let's do this.
What kind of RV?
Oh, a Winnebago.
It was a nice, yeah, it was a nice one. I'll bring up. I'll put a pic on the show tomorrow.
Okay,
all right. It was a nice one. $170,000 RV apparently. So it was a nice one. It was an expensive weekend. Not only for my portfolio, but also straight up for that thing. It is nice. I drove it. I didn't crash smack it up. So that was my first experience with an RV.
Oh man, now I can do it. But so what are you thinking here? I mean, I'm kind of blaming it on the SAP. You saw the SAP.
What happened? Okay, so overnight, I see the destruction. We're down 300 points early. So what were you blaming it on?
SAP.
Many things.
Yeah.
I think it's just the COVID starting to come up. You know, you can see it right in the. If I just, I've only been here for 10 minutes. Yeah. I look at these reopening stocks here. They're all getting slammed. Like American Airlines slammed, LUV slammed. I mean, we always say this. They start to get a rally, these things, these reopening stocks. You think, oh, maybe it's safe to dip your toe in. And then the shark bites your toe off. So it's the same stocks. The stock's holding up well. I heard you talking about AMD reports tomorrow. Tech, actually, a lot of tech. I know it looks like it's ugly, but, really when you think and you look at some of these tech stocks, they're holding up fairly well. Peloton's down $5. But again, you're still seeing what's really getting hit hard from just 10 minutes of research here. What's jumping out on my screen, I mean, besides everything, is getting hit harder is the reopening stocks. So it's COVID coming up. I heard Spain's getting shut down. I mean, it's tough. They're not going to contain it. You're not going to contain it when nobody's scared of it. So, I mean, this is our new normal for a while. So this markets are going to be choppy. So we're going to say it again. The way I'm doing is I'm buying dips and selling rips. And if you're doing it the other way, you're doing it backwards. A fade trade until further notice.
I was looking. I mean, obviously the COVID, the rise in cases was a big thing. Also, I think people watching 60 Minutes last night probably weren't too excited on either side of the aisle there. So I think that maybe had a little nervousness, but they did hit I'll just bring the chart. They did hit the Adobe. Would you have been hitting the Adobe on that SAP news? You could have sold that thing at yesterday's high off the open.
I mean, that SAP chart, it's a mess. So obviously I can see what the stock has done. Like it was just a disaster of a report. What was it? the SAP news.
They missed on revenues
yeah.
and they guided lower.
Holy mackerel. When they miss, they hit them hard. You don't want to miss. Wow. Anyways, so obviously that's not good either. So that's a catalyst too down. I mean, you get a major tech stock down 23%. It's going to start hitting everything as well. But it's nervousness. I mean, we're in the same environment. You cannot chase moves here. You got to be buying the dips and selling the rips. And that's all you can do. So you get up in something, you take the profits. I don't think this is the kind of market where you're just buying something and you know it's going to be higher 2 months from now. It's not necessarily the case. You got to take the profits when you got it, because otherwise the market will take it away from you.
All right, so let's just talk about some of the earnings plays. We do have Apple on Thursday. You missed a great interview with Gene today. You should re-listen to that.
Will.
So Apple,
love Gene. Gene.
Yeah, he's keeping his bullish hat on. He's looking for a good quarter. I mean, if you want to buy the dip into this report here, it got down to 1288 today.
When do they report?
Thursday after the close.
That's the big day. The Apple, the Facebook, the Google, right? Spencer, you were telling us about that one last week. That's the big one.
Yep. Amazon too. Exactly.
Yeah, wow. That's going to be huge. I mean, Microsoft tomorrow night. So tonight's kind of quiet. What do we got? Twilio and XPI?
Yep.
Kind of quiet. But tomorrow, morning, we get the pharmaceuticals, Merck and Lilly and Pfizer, and then the party starts with AMD and Microsoft tomorrow night. So the tech party will start this week. I mean, usually it's a good idea to buy these tech stocks ahead of the earnings. But again, you know how I play on my hedge. So, I will buy. And in the case of AMD, it'd be working well today. I mean, AMD is trading green. So, if you're buying that 2 days ahead and you're shorting the Qs against it, you're making yourself 2%. So that trade quietly works again, even in a down tape like this. It's amazing that alpha you can extract from just owning these stocks before they report.
Yeah, they got a price target raise.
Oh, that helps too.
Yep. And look what happened. You come in and buy the dip here. We just rallied.
I'm telling you, man. I got order. I just sent. What did I just send? I just sent.
You should know
100 orders right there. Right where we're talking. 100 orders went out. There goes 100 orders. Liquidity now. Look, I provide liquidity.
He said,
liquidity now.
Liquidity now. I take that from Joe Saluzzi. Liquidity now. Here we are.
And
Wife's not that pleased with me cutting the vacation short, but liquidity now. I'm here for you guys. And 2 minutes to go. I'm actually got to leave you guys now. I will be here for you tomorrow morning to talk the markets with you once again, tell you how this went, whether I got run over or not. But liquidity,
I was gonna say, he'll be like, I can't believe I bought the dip.
I should have stayed on vacation.
All right, man.
Good luck,
Thank you. All right. Spencer, we kind of got off script there, but
no, it's funny because while he was talking, I just looked at my phone and I saw 2 texts from Dennis. He goes, I'm here, let me in. That was a 350. I didn't even notice it. So.
I saw him tweet it, and then I tried. I usually don't look. I kept my phone off the side during the show, and I figured, but no, I asked him to come on, and I knew that he'd want to. He missed the markets here, but we are getting a rally here. Let's go to the charts. S&Ps. I mean, that's another thing too. I mean, we do talk about shorts in the market, and more people are prone to buy the dip, but. If you came in flat today and, stocks came to levels that you were interested in, earnings coming up could be a big catalyst here. Trading range, here is the dip, but let's see. We're trying to get back over 3,400. So anything else we covered? We got about a minute here.
Let's see here. What else was on the list from the chat that I wanted to get to here? We had AMD. Someone had asked about Ford. I don't know what there was to say. We're all still
Ford.
I don't want. I
didn't tell you guys, but I don't. No, Spencer. Listen, I did it. This is what happened. You guys go out and buy the stock, right? And you wait for the stock to move, which it never does, right? I went and bought the in the money calls, and I figured I'd find out really quickly whether I was right or wrong on it. And when it moved like 35 cents in 2 days, when you have in the money calls, you got to okay, what more can you expect? I was thinking about trying to buy the dip on that one a little bit. The only thing that kind of pulled me back was they have earnings. So I didn't really know, that's always a coin flip. But
All right. I want to say before we go that after this, there's an interview that's going to air, an interview that Jason Rath.
Yep.
With Josh Richards, who, if you don't know him, if you have like teenagers, ask your kids because they may know him. He is a singer. He's a TikTok influencer. And he spoke with Jason for a few minutes, and we're about to air that interview in like a minute now here on Benzinga's YouTube channel. So I want to get off so that video can go.
Okay, yeah, me too, because I usually do a 4 p.m. TikTok video, and so I want to get that posted. So
perfect. There we go. All right.
I got 47 million followers on TikTok.
All right, wild day. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Everyone hit the like button, and please remember that all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. Everyone have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow.